Recut.
Celebrating 50 years of Flyers hockey.
Voracek stepping in front of the backhand. He scores!
Giroux.
Degas for the shot. He scores! Here's Simmons turning with it. A shot. He scores! Wayne Simmons again. Pure determination.
Now, Andy Robb, Ken Prell, the Philly Hockey Guys.
I said use the theme song to the show, the Goldbergs.
Oh, see, I thought you wanted the Goldberg theme from WWE.
No, I wanted the theme song to the hit show, the Goldbergs.
That would make sense, but I thought you were thinking because Goldberg, he's coming back. And
What?
Flyers hockey is back.
Isn't he like 60?
He's 50, 49.
Wait, Bill Goldberg is
He's coming back to fight Lesnar. Brock Lesnar.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, yeah.
Cool.
Because their first match was so great.
Yeah. But that was like, wow. That was when I think I still watched back then. That was
what,
like
WrestleMania 20?
Yeah, that was like 10 years ago. That was like 2005.
It was a complete dud.
That was like around the time where Trump was talking about grabbing people.
Hey, welcome to the show.
I still think that was a pretty good intro, though.
It
E for
worked.
effort.
Yeah, it
A
worked.
for effort.
Yeah.
I said E for effort, but A for effort.
A G for effort.
There you go. As in, great job, Ken. I'm
Thank
Andy
you.
Robb.
I'm Ken Prell.
Thank
we are
you.
the Philly Hockey Guys.
Thank you, as always, for tuning in and listening to this goofy little podcast that we do. Yeah. Well, it's also informative.
Oh, yes.
I suppose. So we've had a pretty great week so far. Hard to believe. We're here. We're knocking at the doorstep, baby.
Just hours away from the puck dropping.
From the season starting. And
finally.
Man. Yeah, it's the best time of year. I'll tell you that much. And
now that the Eagles lost and the Flyers are undefeated so far this year, that means Hextall is the best GM in Philly. So
I was actually about to ask you. I was going to ask you about that towards the end of the show. But if you want to jump right into that now.
I'm going to change my opinion right now.
That's fine. Whoa, wait a minute. Yo, what was that?
Breaking news already?
I'm going to have to play that one more time, please. Ooh. Yeah, this is breaking news.
What's going on?
Okay, and this is non-Flyers related news, but it looks...
do I care then?
It looks pretty rough. Jack Eichel in practice for the Buffalo
I did
Sabres.
see that. Yes.
Really may have messed his leg up. I don't know. It looked like we watched the video. It looked like he went down at like the ankle. But
I watched the video.
Other people were saying that it looked like he grabbed his knee. Like
I
could
thought
be
he was
MCL.
he was on the ice grabbing his knee.
He couldn't get himself up.
No.
He had to be helped off
It
of
looked
the ice.
very bad.
So yeah, ooh, and that's and the Sabres kick off their season like tomorrow against the Habs. And they're not gonna and the Habs aren't gonna have Carey Price now, too.
Yeah, what's he got, the flu?
Yeah. The hell is that?
I just don't think he wants to play hockey anymore.
I don't think he wants to play for Montreal. Yeah. But wow, yeah. So there's some late breaking news on the injury front. I mean, it's scary stuff. Oh, and Crosby has a concussion too. I guess
that's a shame.
I guess we should include that too. But
I guess I really shouldn't say that.
Man, but Eichel, young guy, like he's the
that
future of the Sabres.
Yeah.
And like, if my dad's hearing this right now,
sorry. No, that's right.
Yeah, Jack Eichel hurt. Ugh. All right.
You may want to check in with your dad.
My dad still likes the Flyers, but he's, he's a Buffalo guy. So, all right. Well, that's our breaking news for that. Oh, my God. I really think that Gudis is a fan of this bit.
That's the only explanation.
It's time once again to go to NHL Disciplinary Night Court.
Well, in our last show, of course, Gudis kind of avoided
that suspension for that hit on VC.
This time, not so lucky.
Yeah. What's the... we got to find out what the grand total of that is in just one sec. What's the grand total of that? How many games is Radko Gudis facing?
6 games he's going to be out.
Wow. 6 games without
not the way you want to start the season.
Radko Gudis. Maybe Hextall paid him off and was like, listen, I know you're a new father. Spend the first 6 games of the season with your kids, your family.
I don't think that was it.
I know. We're going to put Provorov into the lineup. But, yeah, no, that... That suspension, it was longer than I was expecting, but there was supposed to be a suspension for that regardless, because that was blatant. It wasn't smart.
It was so late. It was ridiculous. I mean, you dodged a bullet on the Vesey hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, the next game you go out and do something dumb like that again.
You do something dumber than the first time around.
I mean, I really thought Hextall and Haxtell, when they sat him down last January, February, that, he had finally got this under control.
It sunk in for a while. I mean, the guy turned into an offensive presence almost, but yeah, during this preseason stuff, not smart, and now the end result is he's not going to be starting.
The shame of it is it's not like a Ronaldo. This guy actually has talent.
Yeah.
And to still go out there and do this dumb stuff and to build up this reputation that where any questionable hit is automatically everybody's throwing the dirty word around.
And then he goes and he says, well, all eyes are, I feel like, are always on me. Well, stop doing that
Stop
stuff.
doing stupid shit and nobody will be looking at you.
Listen, Goody, buddy, if you're listening to our podcast, if you're actually a fan of it, and you really like NHL Disciplinary Night Court, we don't.
No, there's
Or
plenty of
we'll
other
go to
people we can
Disciplinary
pick
Night
on.
Court for another player.
Exactly.
It's time to knock it off, Mr. Gudis.
So yeah, that sucks. Flyers are going to be, he's going to be out for 6 games, and remember, Schen's going to be out for the first 3.
Yeah, but it also Manning is also going to be a scratch. He's been cleared to play, but it looks like he's going to be a scratch for the game tomorrow. So that's it for another installment of NHL Disciplinary Night Court, starring Radko Gudas. And you remember when in the last podcast we were like, we have 82 more games of the season to go to Night Court, and what happens 2 days later? He decides to get himself suspended for 6 games.
We're not even into the regular season yet. Come on.
I mean, come on, Radko.
And then, not to mention the injuries that the Flyers are dealing with right now.
Yes,
down another defenseman, of course. Delzato is going to be out 4 to 5 weeks with looked like he tweaked his left knee.
Yeah.
And then
and he just had surgery, like wrist surgery, right?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So they lose him for the first month or so, and then Scott Lawton's also going to be out for about the first month.
Now, both those players are, of course, on LTIR for the beginning of the season.
Actually helps out the Flyers early
on.
Oh,
yeah, tremendously.
As in terms of salary cap, but the Delzato one, I was really looking forward to seeing him back this year.
Yeah, me too, man. Especially
now
because he spent all summer learning how to play the saxophone. If you haven't seen those videos online, that is fantastic. It's fantastic.
Well, now he's got more time to practice, I guess.
Yeah, he's definitely got more time to practice his saxophone playing. So, geez, no, seriously though, I hope he gets better soon. That's rough, man. But you know what? I'm still not overtly super concerned about the status of the Flyers' blue line for the first game of the season.
See, I'm just worried now. This team has notoriously started slow the past couple years. And now you're taking out Schenn, you're taking out Gudas, you're down Lawton, you're down Delzato. Not worried even a little bit?
No, of course. There's always, always in the back of your mind, there's always that little bit of trepidation about when it comes to starting a new season, especially when you're down so many
4
players.
Guys. Yeah.
But, you've got Provorov that I think is going to, make an impact immediately on the team. So, first and foremost, see what he's going to do, what he can contribute, and who he's going to be paired up with now. That's going to be an interesting question as well, because usually they were going to pair him up with Gudas, or was that Gostisbehere? I think they tried pairing him up with Radko Gudas.
Yeah, they were kind of mixing and matching all throughout the preseason.
Hey, and look at the pluses. They're also saying word around the campfire is Andrew McDonald stepping it up.
He's played well in the preseason, so it's about time he's earning that contract. Somewhat.
I say it with a grain of salt, but I dare I say it? Do I feel a little bit more confident in what he can bring to the table with this upcoming season? I kind of do with this game in L.A.
Well, remember last year? I mean, when he came back up from the Phantoms, he wasn't awful.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't at all. Good point.
He really played some solid hockey. I mean,
and
there were moments.
He played some great hockey for the Phantoms.
Yeah, I mean, there were moments when you smack your forehead on what he would do, but
sure.
But for the most part, it was nowhere near as bad as it was the previous season.
Sure, absolutely, I agree. So let me ask you then, since we didn't really address that, are you feeling just a little bit more confident in what he can bring? Because I am. I say it cautiously, but
no,
I am.
yeah. I mean, I'm not expecting him to be a superstar like he's getting paid, but as far as being a capable NHL defenseman, yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right, I'm going to take that question and move on to the next one. Who has a better season out of the gate, Andrew McDonald or Mark Streit? What are your thoughts?
Ooh, I guess you have to go with Streit, although I was really concerned about how his play fell off last year.
Really slowing down.
Yeah,
really slowing down.
Now he was, battling back. I mean, like any player, as you get banged up during the season. So I don't know how much of that had to do with it. But I'd like to see him have a bounce-back year, and there's more evidence that he will bring more to the table than McDonald at this point. But, hey, if they can both come back and play some good hockey, that's even better for the Flyers.
You basically gave the exact answer that I wanted you to give. So good job. Good job reading
there we
from
go.
that cue card over there.
I'm going to pat myself on the back for that one.
Thanks to the janitor for holding up that cue card. All right, you can put that down now. Man, I guess we're all out of news. Oh, wait. No, we're not. Provorov and Konechny make the team.
Well, we both said in the last show that it was going to be really hard for Hextall to send both of those guys down, one of those guys down, and here they are. Both made the team, and Hextall even came out and said, look, the kids made the team on merit, and our plan is to keep them up here with us all year.
And I think that's wonderful.
That's exactly what you want to hear.
It's exciting. It's energizing. And also there's also been some number changes as well in regards to that. We posted about that on Reddit Flyers yesterday. Ivan Provorov will now wear the number 9.
I like the number 9, although I was really digging the 63.
Yeah, me too. But and then Konechny is taking the number of 1, Carson Wentz.
Yes, 11.
A new number 11 joins the fold.
How great is this, though?
And then you got that one guy from the Sixers that is 11. What the hell's his name? Nick something.
Yeah, Stauskas.
That's it. Now we need one more team. That's what user Zebs posted on Reddit Flyers. He says,
future Philly is wearing 11?
Who's the future Phillies legend wearing number 11? Who could it be?
I don't know. But, I mean, what an exciting time for Philadelphia sports. I mean, yeah, the Eagles lost on Sunday, but still a good game, good comeback.
Sure.
A couple bad breaks, a ton of penalties against them. But right there, you have Carson Wentz building towards the future. Like I said, Roseman's doing a great job, I think, with the Eagles. You got the Sixers. Joel Embiid has looked fantastic so far, so hopefully he stays healthy for the Sixers. And now you got the Flyers and something that was much needed. Some excitement, a youth movement, some speed being added to this team. So Konechny and Provorov being added is just, gives me goosebumps.
First time 19-year-old rookies, pair of them have been on the team all the way back since our dear departed Peter Zezel.
Yeah. What was that, 84, 85?
It was like around, it was like right around that time. Peter Zezel, man. And actually, Nick Cousins is going to be wearing Zezel's old number.
That's right,
He's taking 25.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's really exciting. I mean,
it is.
And people are exciting about it. Like, for example, I'm going to give you an example of one of the questions or one of the responses we got. Here we go. From all_these_monies on Reddit Flyers says, 9 times 11 equals 99. 99 equals the great one. Our profits have arrived.
All right. I like it.
I like the logic on that.
Absolutely. I'm not going to argue
great.
with it.
Devin435 says this. Good luck to Konechny making himself another iconic number 11 for the Flyers, but he has some pretty big skates to fill thanks to Blair Betts. And then there's another one. A comment right below says, more like all-time Flyers great Tony Amonte.
Oh, yes. Remember him? Oh, man.
How about preseason MVP John Sim, which is coming from Hasselbergler.
Hasselbergler.
I like that name.
That's a great name.
Yeah. So there you go. People are excited. They're like, hey, I want a number 11 jersey. I want a number 9 jersey. And, hey, enjoy it.
It's going to be a lot of fun this year. So
I want to get a number 11 Flyers/Eagles jersey that says Wentz-Neckney on it or something.
I like Wentz-Neckney.
Wentz-Neckney?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's pretty good, yeah. Okay. That's a patent pending from the Philly Hockey Guys podcast. Wentz-Neckney.
Start selling them now. I like it.
Sounds like a name of a Polish fella.
So with Konechny, it looks like he's going to be on the second line for the Flyers. Couturier and Vorich. Sharing the line with Couturier and Vorich. I mean, I really liked it during the preseason. I can't wait to see it during the regular season.
Oh, that wasn't desperation. That was just pure excitement.
Yep.
I can't wait. Seriously.
Now, do you have any worries about Konechny holding up? You're not the biggest guy in the world. I've seen that thrown around the last couple days.
Nah.
Holding up for an 82-game season.
Nah. He'll be okay. It's like what Doug Peterson's been saying, game to game, week to
We're
week.
doing a lot of Eagles talking this one.
Yeah, we are. It's all because of you. I told you I didn't want to talk about the Eagles.
It's great to have so many exciting teams at once.
It's nice
after
to have
being down the last couple of years.
I agree. It's nice to talk about. It really is. So both making the team. I mean, that is huge. Huge.
Yep. Do you think Konechny gets any looks with the first line with Shen being out the first couple games?
I don't see why it wouldn't be
Mix
possible.
him in there with Giroux and Simmons?
Sure.
Just see what happens?
Sure. Why not?
All right.
Give it a shot. Whatever Dave Haxtell thinks is right for the team, we'll go with that because, I mean, we're not
I'm not going to argue with him.
With the Philadelphia Flyers. So, what about Dave Haxtell? What do you think? Is he going to be on first line or second?
Yeah, I'm not even going to comment on that.
Oh, my God. Can't get anything out of this dude. But there you go. But that's exciting.
At least you tried.
That's what we do here on the Philly Hockey Guys podcast. Don't forget, follow us on Twitter at Philly Hockey Guys. Like us on Facebook today and all that good stuff. We are all over the place, literally.
I was looking before we came in and do the show, looking at some of the odds for the season.
Oh, boy.
The betting odds.
Here we go.
Flyers right now. Any guesses?
I can't wait to hear what a couple shitbags who write for Yahoo Sports
No.
have to
This
say.
is Vegas betting odds.
Oh, Vegas betting odds.
Yes.
Okay.
So Flyers 30-1 to win the Cup, 15-1 to win the Eastern Conference. Making any of those bets right now? You throwing a cool 100 down on that?
I don't gamble.
What?
I don't gamble.
Why?
Because
It's so much fun.
it's so much fun.
It is. As long as you win. And
Yeah.
and control it a little bit.
Yeah.
Just don't go crazy.
I don't know. I mean,
By the way, can I borrow a 20?
I work in radio, buddy. I don't have $20. I'll have it for you in a couple weeks.
So, yeah, Flyers 30-1. You ready for the top 5 Cup odds?
Sure. Yeah. Let's
All right.
let's break them down. Show me what you got.
We'll start with number 5. The San Jose Sharks are 14-1 favorites to win the Cup. Then we got a bunch of 12-1 favorites. Dallas, Anaheim, and the Kings.
Not one of them is the Lightning.
Wait, I'm getting there.
Ah, okay. All right. Sorry.
At number 3, at 8-1 odds,
Yep.
Pittsburgh and Washington. And then Tampa Bay at number 2, 7-1. And then any guesses on who is the odds-on favorite to win the Cup?
Chicago?
You got it, 6-1.
Really?
Yes. So the
Okay.
smart money right now is on Chicago.
Okay.
Just what that city needs, another championship. Because it looks like the Cubs are making a nice little run there.
I'm not a Chicago fan, but man, would I love to see the Cubs win the World Series. Wouldn't that be something? That would be amazing.
Now that the Texas Rangers are out and Hamels is out.
Sorry, Cole.
What are you doing laughing at Cole like that?
Sorry.
That's not right.
That's unfortunate.
You don't mean that.
I apologize. Thank you, Hextall. Sorry. Hextall bless. Sorry.
But yeah, no, I
Sorry,
think it
Cole.
would be good to see the Cubs possibly win it, although
Oh.
I don't want to see them win another Stanley Cup, that city.
Out of all the baseball teams that are playing right now, who would you want to see win? Toronto?
I don't know. I'm just happy the Seinfeld reruns are back on TBS now and no more baseball.
It's been 23 years and I still hate Joe Carter and I still hate the Toronto Blue Jays. And I'm sorry for all of our friends in Canada that may be listening to the podcast right now, but that is the way it goes. Joe Carter smashed my dreams when I was a child watching the World Series. And so did Fergosi, because who the hell did he get paid off by to put Mitch Williams in?
Mitch was the closer that year.
Ugh.
I mean, I guess you had to go to him, although anybody with a pair of eyeballs could see that he had nothing left in that arm whatsoever.
I always like to mention this as much as possible, but you remember that video when Dykstra just blamed Mitch Williams right to his
my
face for losing
God.
the World Series?
Yes. I mean, talk about hatred.
Oh, talk about cringe. You're on the edge for that video.
Oh, absolutely.
it's
You're just waiting
fantastic.
for something to happen.
Dude, if they
That's
did
good
a
stuff.
celebrity fight Like to raise money for charity, like for Snyder Youth Hockey or for something.
Yeah,
to help get Nails out of debt.
That'll sell out.
Mitch Williams versus Lenny Dykstra in a street fight.
Oh, street fight.
Refereed by the Philly Fanatic. And Von Hayes is there for some reason.
What?
I don't know why. I just wanted to name drop Von Hayes.
You're thinking of that number 9 still.
Very good.
See, there we go. We
Fantastic.
can figure out a way to tie this all together.
Yeah, that was good. Oh, yeah. So I'm not really big on the whole going back to the odds things. I'm not really big on those. As a great man once said, Captain Han Solo, never tell me the odds.
All right. Well, it's too late now. You should have told me that before I gave you the
Yeah,
odds.
I know, but I'm usually not real big on that. Like, what are the odds of or like when the Hockey News writes about like who's going to be the best team 8 months from now.
Well, now,
Gee.
I mean, after doing the show with you for a year, over a year now, I knew not to go to, the Hockey News or ESPN or getting any of the
because everyone's going to say
expert
the
picks.
Penguins.
Yeah. So I went to Vegas instead, but you're not happy with those odds either.
Speaking of Vegas, with that expansion team too. What's the latest on that, by the way?
I think we're just a couple weeks away from actually finding out what the name of the team is going to be.
They still haven't named the team
No,
yet?
but I believe as far as ticket sales go, they're already sold out, and they've done that. I think a year and a half ahead of schedule.
Really?
So it's going to be. I think it's going to be successful early on. I mean, that city has constantly got people coming into it, so it's just like taking in another show in Vegas. So it'll be successful there. What will be interesting to see is
It's not like seeing the Blue Man Group.
yeah, but if you a couple hours,
Go see hockey.
go see a hockey game. Why not? I think it would be cool to check out if you're
Sure, no.
in Vegas. And then it's going to be interesting to see what other major sports leagues follow suit. Do the Raiders make the move to Vegas? Going to be interesting to see.
And it's also going to be really interesting to see what happens with the impending expansion draft as well.
We'll have plenty of time to deal with that
Yeah.
next summer.
Hey, by the way, they just released about an hour ago. I'm
Hold
just
on,
seeing
is this
this
breaking
now.
news?
There it is. For the current roster for the Flyers alumni game. Now, this is just
Okay.
a list of players. It doesn't look like lines right now, but this was posted on Reddit Flyers. So some of the Flyers that are playing in this alumni game, Bill Barber,
Okay.
Brian Boucher,
Yep.
Danny Briere,
Nice.
Terry Karkner,
Okay.
Bobby Clark.
There you go.
Yeah, can't
the
go
captain's
wrong.
got to be there.
Murray Craven,
Okay.
Rico,
Yes.
Eric Desjardins,
Yes.
and of course number 12, Simone Gagne,
Uh-huh.
Mark Howe, Bob the Hound Kelly,
Can you just stop the list right there?
Tim Kerr.
I mean, those names are just
I know.
oh,
I know. But
and
it keeps going.
Yeah.
Boris Kinderchuk, Reggie Leach even got some Broad Street Bullies playing. And of course, John LeClaire, Eric Lindros, Michael Renberg.
Oh, the Legion of Doom line back together.
The Legion of Doom taking on a bunch of Penguin players that most of their fan base had no idea who they are.
So this will be the first time they're playing together,
This is
right?
gonna
Because
be
they didn't play in the Winter Classic.
Not in the
a
Winter
couple
Classic.
years.
Nope.
Yeah.
Renberg was the only one that couldn't make it.
That's right.
Renberg
Yep.
was playing overseas, I believe.
Yes.
At the time.
So this is going to be awesome to see.
Brad Marsh is going to be there.
All right.
Dave Poulin, of course.
Dave Pullen, one of my favorites.
Proper.
Good guy.
Luke Richardson and Watson Brothers and Samuelson.
Yep.
There you go.
Nice. That's
It's
a great
little-
lineup.
Yeah, great roster for that.
No Bernie?
Yeah, well, Bernie's like what?
Still.
And remember he only played for a little bit in the Winter Classic because
I
he's
know,
having those
but
eye troubles.
Yeah, I know, but it's
I know.
always good just to see him out there, even if
It
for
was
one
amazing.
shift,
Yeah,
you know?
for him to come out and
Yeah.
do that one shift, and
Yeah.
he didn't let anything past him.
No,
that
he's
was
awesome.
so impressive. even at his age. So there you go. Great
Very
lineup.
cool.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. That's courtesy of Kyle at BroadStreetHockey.
Great.
.com. So there you go. That is the lineup. I like it.
Hey, you ready to do a little buy or sell?
We don't have a witty little sound intro for this, do we?
No, I have nothing for this. Do you want to make up something?
Buy or sell.
There you
ching,
go.
Ching,
All right.
There you go.
Giroux last year, 67 points at 22 goals. Does he have more than 75 points this season?
If he stays on and the line that he's on keeps clicking, I think it's attainable. Sure.
You think because last year he was kind of down a little bit. So
Yeah.
there was a lot of questions out there. Is this the start of maybe slipping a little bit?
I'm going to say buy. I'm going to.
All right, so you're buying.
I'm standing behind a captain.
More than 75 points this season.
Or 75.
Okay, 75 or more.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
What about you, though?
Yeah, I'm buying it.
Okay.
I'm buying it.
Cool.
So I think he has a bounce back year.
All right.
Speaking of bounce back years, Voracek, 55 points last year, only 11 goals. Does he bounce back with a 70-plus point season? Remember, he had 81 points just 2 seasons ago.
I say buy. He looked really good in the preseason.
He has looked great. He's looked great in the preseason.
If he finds a way to keep that momentum going,
I hope so.
There's no stopping him.
See, I'm on the fence on this one.
I'm very interested into seeing what that line that he's going to be on.
See, that's
going to do.
Because of that line, that's why I want to buy. But I'm actually going to sell this one.
Okay.
I'm going to say he's in the 60s, which would still be great.
Which is, absolutely. That would still be fantastic. I'll take that.
I don't think he eclipses the 70-point mark. Speaking, why don't we stay on that line? Konechny, does he score at least 20 goals this year? Now, in the minors, juniors last year, 30 goals, 71 assists, at 101 points. 20 goals, though, as a rookie? Buy or sell?
I'm going to ask you first.
I'm going to sell this one. 20 goals right off the bat as a rookie is kind of tough. Mm-hmm. I think he's probably in the 15-goal range.
I was going to say, I was going to pretty much agree with that. Just see how
I hope I'm wrong.
Well, sure. It would be nice to be wrong in that instance, but, to see how well he clicks with his line mates and really, just get yourself adjusted to playing your first year in the NHL. Have fun with it.
Absolutely.
Have fun. And if the goals come, they come.
Yep.
If the points come, they come. And if they don't, get the hell off my team, you bum. I mean,
you're all ready to send him back down.
You tried your best, but I guess your best wasn't good enough.
Ooh.
No, seriously though.
Nice little tune.
Have some fun.
Yep.
I know that Travis Konechny is listening right now. Speaking of which, did we got a follower on SoundCloud that has the same last name as him the other day?
Yeah, it was like Carol Konechny.
I think it was Kathy.
Oh, Kathy.
If she's listening right now,
are you related?
If you're related to Travis Konechny, you need to send us a message post-haste because
absolutely,
we would like to speak to you.
And him.
I thought it was quite interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that going to be the running joke this year, Mama Konechny?
That's my boy. Oh, it's been a while since we've had any mama characters.
I know.
What a nice break that was from that shit.
All right, buy or sell. Let's go to the other rookie. Provorov will be the second straight Flyers rookie defenseman up for the Calder.
Agree strongly. Yes.
Really? So you're buying that one.
You're
all in.
He's getting into that Calder race.
Okay.
I agree. Now, if he's going to finish, if he's going to be a finalist.
Does he win?
I don't know about winning because keep in mind, he's still part of the Flyers.
That's true.
So that doesn't happen.
But you're buying.
I could see
he's in the conversation.
I could see him getting entered into contention. Absolutely.
Okay.
Why not?
All right. I'm going to buy as well. And speaking of last year's Calder runner-up, Ghost, does he avoid the sophomore slump?
Please. Come on. Did you see him in Worlds?
He's looked solid in the Worlds in the preseason, so I'm going to buy that as well. He avoids the sophomore slump.
Yeah, I think he's going to be just fine. Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to sell on that one.
You're going to sell or buy?
Or whatever.
You're going to buy that he avoids.
This is confusing. I don't understand this.
All right. Back to that second line, Couturier.
Okay.
50-plus points this year? 39 last year.
It's within his reach. What a fantastic season that he had last year.
He had a great season.
Really
but now,
coming into his own.
I don't think there's any excuses for not putting up points this year. You look at those line mates. I'm going to buy. I'm going to say over 50 points.
That's my answer as well, because really, you said it. There's not many excuses left at the bottom of the barrel for this upcoming season for a player like Sean Couturier. Oddly enough, him and Gostisbehere are the same age.
That's true. Yeah. I always forget Ghost is a little bit older than your typical rookie was last year.
Mm-hmm.
This one's a tough one. Mason wins more games than Neuwirth this year and has a better save percentage. Now, reminder, last year, Mason won 23 games, had a 2.51 percentage, and Neuwirth had 18 wins and a 2.27 percentage, and Neuwirth was fantastic in the playoffs against the Capitals.
I'm just going to have to just be in the gray about this one and not buy or sell, because here's what I want. I just want both of them to play well. I just want.
So you want identical records and identical save
Well,
percentage.
I want that dynamic.
Under 2.
I want that dynamic to continue what they've built on, because, I mean...
You don't want one guy to break out?
Well, sure. But what I'm saying is as a whole, for this team right now, it's like we said before, this is one of the first times where there is no goalie controversy in the city of Philadelphia with the Flyers. And you know what? I just want to see solid efforts from both of them combined.
I'm not too sure about that.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
Well, they're both free agents at the end of the year, so both are, throughout the season, are going to be looking to extend their deals. So maybe that becomes some great competition between the two of them and trying to outplay each other.
Sure. Okay.
But I think it's going to be very tricky for Hextall and Hackstall to kind of balance the playing time out a little bit, as both guys are going to be looking for that next contract. And I think if you're Hextall and Hackstall, you want one guy to take control and really be that stud number one goalie, so you know who to extend.
I agree.
Because you're not going to be able to extend both of them.
Yeah.
And fit them both under the cap.
Yeah, and that's a sad reality of it.
It is.
I mean, and you still have you still got that deep goalie pipeline still, building up. You've got, Stolarz.
I mean, Hextall has wasted, not wasted, but has made, I think, 20 different picks on goalies the last couple drafts.
Yeah. we have like 50 of them. Just a bunch of people.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say this is like a prove it year for either of them, because I think that year was last year.
Oh, no, yeah, they both played
build
fantastic.
on it. Just build on it.
My concern is who's the number one going forward, and who do you keep? And in typical Philly fan fashion, I'm always worried that you keep the wrong guy and the other guy goes off to be a superstar.
Well, I say, one step at a time.
Okay. Just enjoyed the season?
I would say so.
Okay.
I'm a little more relaxed about this season. I'm just ready just to see what they can bring.
Okay.
And that's it. And we'll just enjoy it. So in terms of the goalies right now, I just say, hey, both you guys get off to the season on a good start. And then we'll deal with that stuff later on. Or as my dad would say, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
There we go. Sounds like a good plan. All right, enough about the players. Let's go to the team. 96 points last season. Flyers surpass it this year. Buy or sell?
Buy.
Yeah, I'm buying too.
I'm buying.
I think this is a 100-point team.
I think that they're going to have, provided all the things fall into place and everyone, stays healthy and not suspended, Radko Gudas. I definitely think that's attainable.
Okay, so we're looking at a better season, so obviously we're both thinking playoffs this year?
Oh, yeah. Yes, I would say playoffs.
Okay, should they get to the second round? Buy or sell?
I'm going to say buy.
Okay.
It's just, it's my orange-colored glasses.
All
what
right.
about you, though?
I still don't know if they're ready to make that jump in the playoffs yet. So I'm going to – I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I think they're a first or second round team, so I don't know. I hope, obviously hope for more, but I really think this is still another building year. But they improve on where they were last year. So I guess I'm selling at this point, but reserve my chance to change during the year.
Oh, no, that's not how that works.
I'm locked into it right now.
You're completely locked in.
All right, final one. I know what your answer is going to be, but I thought it'd be fun to ask and just get your reaction.
Yep.
Pens repeat as Stanley Cup champion. Buy or sell?
I'm sorry, what?
Pens repeat as Stanley Cup champions. I'm going to take that as a sell. All right, that's it for
I don't care. I don't care about the Penguins.
I know. I just wanted to see you. I just wanted to get you all flustered and.
No, there's no flustered at all. I'm ready. I'm ready for my team to start up. I'm ready for our team to start up. I'm ready for that. That's all I care about.
All right.
This current juncture in time.
Okay. Well, let's get to those predictions then.
Should be an interesting first game of the season, taking on the Kings of Los Angeles in Los Angeles, both celebrating their 50th anniversary seasons.
Yep. Boy, it doesn't start till 10:30.
Oh yeah, it's that West Coast game.
Yeah.
Shit.
I'm too old to be staying up.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Even though it's a Friday night.
How lame are we?
But no, I will. I will force myself.
Oh, absolutely.
So you got the Flyers winning this one?
I do.
Okay, there's a big shock.
I do have them winning.
See, I remember last year, I think I predicted them winning the opening game, and they ended up losing. So I'm going to go a little reverse psychology.
Go ahead.
They lose.
Score?
4-2.
4-2. Okay. I was going to say they win 4-2.
All right,
Believe
there we
it or
go.
not.
So if you're a betting person, 4-2 is the score. We just don't know which one.
We just don't know in favor of whom at this point yet.
Hope for the Flyers.
Well, obviously. So that should be. I think it's going to be a great first game of the season. I think they're going to come out.
Anytime you start a new season, I mean, it's always fantastic. And then the home opener is next Thursday, October 20th against Anaheim.
That'll be a good game too.
Yeah.
Oh.
So tough start to the year.
Yeah, and if they don't do well, I'm going to want a refund from Comcast since they now completely own the team. I shouldn't have to pay a cable bill anymore.
No, we shouldn't.
You know,
especially being out here in central Pennsylvania where we can't even get the games on TV.
Yeah, they should probably just hook us
Not
up with
even
that.
preseason games. They were blacking out preseason.
Everything. Yeah, everything was blacked out up here.
Why?
For
a sport that desperately needs eyeballs to watch it, why you would black out?
I know you've made that point before.
Any game
You've made that point before, and I don't agree with you any less.
Yeah.
So I completely agree.
Stupid Bettman.
So it should be interesting. Keep your eyes on Facebook as well over the weekend, because in case somebody's going to say Mason sucks or something, we might have rage-inducing Facebook comments coming to the next show. You know that a bunch of people
I vetoed this in the
have been lying dormant with just stupidity bubbling in their brains, and they're ready to let it go.
In the preseason, I saw some on Twitter.
Oh yeah,
it's just like already,
yeah.
Really.
Mm-hmm. It'll be fun though. It'll be a good time.
I'm already getting chest pains thinking about it.
Uh-oh, could this be it?
I think so. This is it. Check it out.
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
All right, ready to wrap this one up?
I think we could probably go ahead and wrap this one up because we covered pretty much all the ground that we needed to cover today.
Yeah.
Young guys making the team. Lots of exciting stuff on the horizon for the Flyers, and I think that in his second year coaching, I think Dave Haxtell is not going to miss a beat at all. So there you go.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I think so. I really do. I really think that he's just going to keep that going. I think he's got the minds of these young guys, and I think they're going to keep playing for their coach.
Completely agree. All right, for Andy Robb, I'm Ken Prell. We are the Philly Hockey Guys. Enjoy the start of the season, and let's go Flyers.
Yeah, and we'll be back with a new episode probably at the start of next week. We'll just let these first games get on out of the way, and then we'll be back with another show. So
sounds good.
Thanks for listening. Be sure to like the Philly Hockey Guys podcast page on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Philly Hockey Guy, and subscribe on iTunes, TuneIn, and SoundCloud.